Good morning, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Amanda and I am a stay-at-home mom of 4 boys. I love to share daily motivational style videos over here on my channel that include a lot of different things like baking, cooking, cleaning, homemaking, decorating, grocery hauls, all of the things. Give me a follow over on Instagram as well. In today's video, I want to head to Aldi grocery store. I have not been there in probably a month to a month and a half. And they are putting out all of their Valentine's Day decorations, so I want to check that out and show you guys what they have. I also need to be doing some decluttering and cleaning in my home. I'm going to be doing that all from now all the way until the springtime. And then also need to clean off my front porch. I'm going to be doing a zero spend little refresh, makeover, whatever you want to call it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video.
Before we head out the door today, I wanted to go into our refrigerator, give it a quick wipe down, and just get rid of anything that was old or expired and not looking so hot. I just got a few things from Aldi, and then I'm going to do the majority of the grocery shopping at Sam's Club later in the week. This week I had passed on going to Costco since we still had a good bit from our last Costco trip, but I'll definitely be heading back there the following week. Back from Aldi, I don't have the biggest haul because I do plan on going to Sam's Club in 2 days. I have not grocery shopped this week, but my family is coming down this weekend, so I want to go to Sam's and get some items in bulk. I think that'll be a little bit better than going shopping at Aldi. And then the following weekend, my husband's family is coming, so I'm most likely going to go to Costco before that, so maybe I'll share that grocery haul later as well. But this is what we picked up at Aldi. The twins already tried to gnaw into that bag of marshmallows, by the way. They went sprinting downstairs to the train table. That is their thing right now. They're super into the trains. My husband is down there working out, so we can both keep an eye on them for that. I think they're bringing the trains up here with their little train set that Santa got them. But we got a big bag of potatoes. The boys have been really liking when I make potato wedges in the oven with avocado oil and salt and paprika. It's really good, so maybe I'll make that later tonight actually. A bag of avocados per my husband's request. When my family comes down, I got this hot honey dip. Sounds really good. And also this cranberry jalapeno dip. We usually like to have like chips and dip and stuff as snacks. Mason was requesting some raisins. I guess he had tried them at school from a friend and really liked them. We got some strawberries just to hold us over until the Sam's Club trip. I'll get a bulk pack there, of course. All the fruit I'm gonna go get in bulk at Sam's Club, so that's why you don't see any fruit here. Same with the meats. I just like to buy them in bulk. It's a lot better for our family, especially when we're hosting. Just some extra avocado oil. We've been flying through this, so I wanted to make sure we got more. Cream cheese, I was completely out. I'm always making my own homemade frostings now that I know how to do it, so I like to have cream cheese on hand for that and just different recipes that call for it, especially crock-pot recipes in the winter. Some cheese sticks. I'm gonna get the big pack at Sam's Club, but for now this will hold us over a couple of days because we are completely out. So I got cheddar and also the mozzarella. The boys love to make ice cream sundaes at home after dinner time, and they'd love to put a cherry on top. I don't know if these are going to be sweet or not, but they are a dye-free option, so we'll try these out. I had recently gotten a dye-free one. I think it was from Walmart, but it was really expensive for a tiny jar, so this one was a lot cheaper for a huge one. Hopefully it works out okay. If not, I'll use the cherry juice out of it for like my nightly little mocktail. I like to mix tart cherry juice and like a poppy soda or an Olipop, and it's so good. It's like the perfect bedtime treat. Some provolone cheese. I'm going to be making homemade meatballs for meatball subs when my family comes. That's just like an easy crowd pleaser meal. So I'll get the rolls at Sam's Club. I have to remember to do that. And then for Valentine's Day, I was so excited. They did have their bowl fillers. I have my dough bowl and it's not filled very well yet. I was waiting for Aldi to release their Valentine's decorations. So I got 2 different ones. I have a few different bowls around the house that are just empty. So I have this little pretty, I guess it's like a rattan, I don't know how you say that, little hearts and X's and O's. I thought that was so cute. And these little sweet hearts, they're more of like a country, you know, floral themed, and I really like those. And then these were $3, $3.99 maybe. These little heart, these are bows actually, but they had heart ones. They had little taper candles, they had hearts and bows and all different designs, but I went with the pink bows. I thought this would be so cute in the family room. Also, could not pass up. I've been really into these themed oven mitts lately. I've been in the kitchen a lot this year, but I went with the bows and the hearts. I thought this was so cute. This was also $3.99. It comes with the pot holder and the mitt, so gotta put that in my drawer. And then lastly, just some marshmallows to refill our marshmallow jar where we make our hot chocolate. The twins love to just snack on marshmallows, honestly, as like their little treat. So I've got to refill that jar because we are running low.
I don't understand why you're thinking of you had me at a low. I don't understand why you're thinking of you had me at a low. I don't understand why you're
The twins are literally obsessed with the train table right now. I wish I could just take it and like put it in the middle of the family room so we could be on the same level. Like I said, my husband is down there and I'm going down there to check on them periodically too. So it's not like they're alone, but they just love that train table so much. I wish it could be up here, but it is just way too big. But for their birthdays, we're gonna get them some add-ons to the train table because the train table was the older boys and it's had the same configuration for years. So we're gonna get like a little train car wash and add on to it for their birthday in the spring. That's gonna be so exciting for them. And also, so crazy, so sad. I just had to email the school that the older boys went to for preschool and pre-K and let them know that the twins will be going there in the fall time, 2026 fall. They're only gonna go a few mornings a week, so it's not gonna be like a full-time school situation or anything, but we love that preschool, but it's gonna be so bittersweet when they're in school. I mean, it's a really short period of time though. It's like drop-offs at 9, pickups at 12:30. So by the time I drive over there 15 minutes, come back home, that's half hour. And then the same with the pickup, it's another half hour. Plus I'll be taking the older boys to school too at a different school. So next fall is gonna be very chaotic with the pickups and drop-offs again, just like last school year I had to go to 2 different schools. So that is what's going on. Just got done that email. I'll have to register them in about a month. So I cannot believe that's happening. Next thing on my to-do list is to go through our Tupperware drawer. So nothing is really matching over there. There's nothing that I love. We lent out some larger Tupperwares at the holidays and I don't have very many large Tupperwares, which we use to meal prep all of our meats in our house for my husband's work lunches, just to have meal prep throughout the week. My friend Jessie here on YouTube showed that she got this exact set and I thought it looked really good, especially because it was $14 and change from Walmart shipped to the door. So you can't really beat that for a complete set. This is the Cook With Color brand and it's like a sage green color. I always seem to gravitate towards this like green color for the kitchen or like terracotta pinks. I don't know why. It's just bright and cheery when I'm cooking and baking and all of that. But we're gonna go through the Tupperware drawer, take out anything like mismatched, super old. and fit in what we can from this set. I ideally would love to get like a really nice glass set or caraway set, but caraway is so expensive, so we're not gonna get that at this point in time. And as far as glass goes, all of the Tupperware is in reach of the kids, so I'd be nervous for them to like go and get something and accidentally break it and cut their fingers. So we're gonna go with the plastic for now, but that is the goal one day, is to get a caraway set. Speaking that into existence. But let's go ahead and clean out the drawer, get rid of anything, because trash day is tomorrow.
I honestly wish that I had an extra cabinet to store all of our Tupperware and not on this lazy Susan, because I feel like there's so many other things that could go on here because there's a decent amount of space and it is fairly tall, but we've just always kept our Tupperware here. And I also have my rice cooker here. I used to keep it, I forget, in like a cabinet or maybe in the garage. And then I moved it into this so that way I can grab it out really easily, just lift it up to the countertop and plug it right in, because I do use it very often. But I'm gonna go ahead and take out any old Tupperwares or just anything that we're not using that doesn't match or have a set or a rhyme or reason, and just get it out of there. And then I'm going to put some of the new set back in. I did not use everything. I'm actually going to see if a family member can use some of the other pieces. I mainly just needed the larger components to this. It came with a lot of smaller ones, I will say, and I didn't really need too many of the smaller ones because when we do meal prep, we meal prep in bulk and I don't need that many small containers. So I'm still on the hunt for a good quality large one. So if you have any recommendations, let me know down in the comment section below. But I think for now this will do, and it's very functional, a lot more organized, and we cleared out a lot of the junk, and I have just the items that I plan on using in our daily life ready to go in here. So now that that is accomplished, we are going to head out front. I need to sweep up the porch, do some Windexing on the furniture. I'm going to put out our front door mat and then also add my faux flowers. I created it last year using a planter from Walmart and just some faux flowers from Amazon. I love putting that out this time of year because I obviously cannot put out real flowers. They would just die. It's very cold where I live right now in Maryland. But in the springtime, I will be adding a giant fern most likely to my porch and a few potted plants as well. I love to add potted plants to the porch, and then in the backyard, we do a garden. I shared that last year, our gardening journey, and then also a raised garden bed filled with herbs. So that's always so much fun to take care of and watch it grow. So I'm really looking forward to that in the springtime. But for now, we are going to brighten up the space as best as we can because now there's no more Christmas decorations, sadly, and then we also can't have real plants up here, so faux will have to do. I also add some pillows that I had from Target. I got those a few years ago, and I just kind of tuck them underneath the arms of the chairs because it does get very windy here and the wind is always blowing off our pillows. If I can remember, I usually tuck those away, but today I'm just going to tuck them underneath the arm, and they were all right.
Why can't you let me know where we at? 'Cause we don't got forever, tell the truth, just spit it out. This feeling is the worst of things, just let me go and let me in. Want this to stop, I'm giving in, so don't you get under my skin.
I still had to clean up from lunchtime, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. I also worked out, but I did not film that on this day. But I did, however, film our dinner. So that recipe is really easy and it's super healthy too. It's definitely a crowd pleaser. The kids will eat it. You can really customize it. And then I also made them little bite muffin dupes, but with all clean ingredients. And they begged for more. They were gone in the same night. And the very next day, I had to go ahead and make some some more. But as for dinner, we are going to slice up some potatoes kind of in a wedge shape, and then we are going to coat them with some avocado oil and add some salt and paprika to them. I'm going to set my oven to 350 degrees and just let those cook away in there. Probably takes about 45 minutes in my oven. I have a double oven, so it cooks a little bit differently than when I had a single oven. So I would just check your oven, just, constantly check in there, flip the fries around a little bit until they're cooked through and a little bit crispy. You could also probably make them in the air fryer, but I really like them oven roasted this way, and my boys will eat this. They don't like potatoes, but they will eat them in a French fry form. So this is how I make my healthier version of a French fry. And then we are going to brown up some ground beef. We're going to chop up some lettuce, tomato, and we are essentially going to make a burger bowl. And I'm going to show you how I make my easy Big Mac sauce. So delicious. You would also want to add pickles to this. I just didn't have any on hand. The boys ate through a giant jar of pickles the day prior. So when I go to Sam's Club, I'm going to be sure to grab 2 jars of those pickles because all 4 boys love the pickles. I definitely would chop up some pickles and add it to this. You could also chop up some onions, but none of the boys really like onions, so I didn't want to waste time chopping an onion for this on this day, since I was already chopping up a few other things and time was running out. So I'm just going to chop up some romaine lettuce and divide it up between our bowls. I'm going to be adding the seasoned ground beef with some cheese on top and a chopped tomato to mine. The boys don't like chopped tomato, so I didn't bother adding that to theirs. And then for our Big Mac sauce, it's super easy. You just need a little bit of mayonnaise. I like to use the avocado oil mayonnaise. I just think it's a little bit cleaner. You could also use Greek yogurt too. I think that would work fine. And you just do a splash of mustard in there. I had dill pickled flavored mustard, so that made it extra good. I added a little bit of ketchup and paprika. Stir that all around. You can also thin it out with some water if you don't want a ton of mayonnaise and you're looking to, watch your figure and count your calories. I did a little bit of water in there as well. And then I just drizzled it on top of our bowls and it was so yummy. I'm using a family pack of ground beef, by the way, so I'm saving half in the freezer and then I'm cooking half for our meal prep. I also made my husband a meal. He was working a double the next day, so like to make sure that he has a lunch and a dinner to take with him and some healthy options in case, he doesn't have time to make it out to eat. He has food readily available with him. But I highly recommend trying this dinner out if you're stuck in a rut and you just need something easy, quick, healthy, and customizable. Okay, but why are these mini muffins so delicious? The ingredients are completely clean. I can leave the recipe that I used down in the description box below in case you guys want to make them as well. I have this awesome little Dash muffin cooker. You could just use a regular mini muffin tin as well, but this thing heats up and you can just dump the mini muffins right out. It is so handy. I'm definitely going to be using it all winter long to make my kids little muffins and treats in, but I'm going to go ahead and end today's video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it today. Thank you so much for watching and for watching my video until the very end. It really helps my channel out, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.